Hey, what's up everybody? How are we doing today? Got another application review for you guys here. Gonna apologize in advance. I do sound a little bit off. I know everyone's saying that I'm constantly getting sick. But I went out last night, wore shorts, I wore a t-shirt, and now I have a case of the sniffles. So, yay, good welcoming to the first day of spring break. But anyway, we're gonna start this app review off with... Actually, we'll say flight control. Let's start it off with Snowboard. Crazy Snowboard Lite, I believe that's what it's called. Zoom in a tad. Yep, Crazy Snowboard Lite. The only problem that really kind of stinks with this application is that, see, as you guys see when you first start, there's no way to pass through all this advertisement, and they're clearly trying to sell you the paid version of this application. I probably won't go out and actually get the paid version of the application, but every single time that you actually do load up this application, you're greeted with that little "come out and buy our paid version." So anyway, you have a pretty simple main menu. You have options, not too much to do in here, just sound effects. You have your bonus items, which is kind of a cool little mode. And what this is where you can actually buy extra people, boards, and you can buy new tricks. So go under boards, and I bought all the boards that are available. You can't really see them because this guy is an idiot and spinning it on his head. There we go. So here's the new boards. You can go through 3 different boards. From what I've found so far, I think it's only those 3 because it doesn't show any more locked. You got a couple different dudes you can buy. I guess I haven't bought him. I thought I've bought him. Anywho, so you got this guy spinning his board. A couple different grabs you can do. These are the 4 ones that you're actually preset with: method, front, nose, and stalefish. Change them and you can go through and you can get a too cool move, which just looks like a constant spinning, and then you can also do a super dude. The weird thing is that all these tricks are supposed to be grabs, and that's not a grab at all. If you can see it, it's just a 360, just like 1,000 times. So I don't know. Anyway, let's go in and I'll show you a really quick gameplay. You have play mode, and you can do free ride, which is a constant going trail down a half pipe. You're just going, no stop, no time limit, no score really whatsoever. You're just going, just having a good time. But it can get kind of redundant pretty quick. And then you also have a couple missions, just these 3 that are actually on the Lite version. First one is where you have to go around and collect gold coins down the mountain path. Second one is where you have to get a certain trick score setting, and then the third one is where you jump through rings. Let's just do the score setting one really quickly. So I have to get 2,500 points before the run ends out, and pretty simple moves actually. What you do is you use the accelerometer to steer your little snowboard guy. Tapping the screen will crouch, and then letting go will jump, and then tapping any of the 4 corners of the screen will actually go through with doing a grab move. So you can actually drag from one to the other. That gives you a bigger multiplier, and then simply by just letting go before you hit the ground in enough time will that'll pretty much just give you the ability to land the trick. Pretty simple. You're really not gonna fall too much unless for some reason you run into a tree or you hold a trick too much. But that's pretty much the entire application, guys. Are you serious? I've never fallen, and of course, right when I say you're not going to fall, I do. I look stupid. Anyway, up here in the top corner, you have your time, your score, and your goal. I already passed it, so you can keep going and get a higher medal. There's a gold, bronze, silver, obviously, and of course, like an idiot, I would say those out of order. Anyway, guys, that's Crazy Snowboard Lite. Free application from the App Store. There's a paid version of it. Not sure if I'm going to go out and get it. Next one that I have for you guys is called Truth in 24, a free application released by Audi. Car company. You have a little previewed movie here in the beginning. Apparently it's like a show or a documentary, I think, because it says go see it, so I haven't really looked into it that much. But anyway, you have endurance mode, which is pretty much where you're just going around a track with other cars, and you have pit stops that you have to make, see how long your car can survive. I guess we're going to go into endurance. No. You have practice mode, which is just going around the track getting a best time, how to play, and then about the film. That's what I was talking about. Settings, visit the website, continue game. We're going to go into practice mode. A lot of stuff I had to go through. You have a couple different courses. I think just 2. Maybe you don't. I guess you don't have 2 different courses, and I was just an idiot, and I just thought this is a different angle. Yeah, that's just a different angle. Anyway, so I think you have 1 course, I want to say, because I haven't noticed how to get any others. So anyway, let's start this one course. This has some of the most arcade-style graphics I've seen. As you guys see, you're not really a race car. For some reason, it seems like you're like a hydroplaning car. The other cars are all normal. And before we start, I'll show you, the laps are up here, your time left is up here, and your best lap is up there. Down here in the right bottom corner and the left bottom corner, it shows how much wear and tear you've taken. It shows your tire's life, which will constantly go down, so you do have to take a pit stop. And then also your fuel, which is also where you go to a pit stop. Here's your map, brakes, and gas. Let's go. So, the controls are pretty ridiculous at first. In fact, as you can see, I'm crashing a lot because, I mean, you legit have the most sensitive controls ever. I believe you can change those in settings, but I haven't really because I don't play this app too much. But anyway, as you guys see, I'm not even on the path. I'm just going through the grass because I've now realized that going on the grass gives the exact same amount of speed and steering control as it would on the path. So pretty much I'm just cutting off part of the course. The only few problems actually that I've seen so far, as I said, with the steering being extremely sensitive, pit stops can kind of be a nuisance to actually take. You do have to do all this stuff manually, which I'll show you right here. So if I want to change a tire, I have to drag the tire to the red, and then refuel, I just have to hold down. And now I'm ready to go. So now we're back out, and for some reason it's night. Why is it always night? I don't know. It always just randomly changes to night, and apparently what would seem like 20 seconds on a pit stop for me. And that's pretty much it. You guys really can't tell the boundaries of the courses either. Example, if I'm going to the right a little bit, yeah, you can tell there, but if I'm going to the right a little bit right now, it's just an invisible wall. I mean, it's obvious that it doesn't want me to go out that far, but it would be nice if I actually had like a picket fence to try and stay in the boundaries of, because then I'd know where I can go and what my limitations were. That's pretty much all I got for you guys in this application review. That's going to be Truth in 24, a free app for a racing application from Audi. If there's going to be a paid version, I haven't seen it yet, but if there is, probably want to steer clear of that one because there's a lot of racing games out for the iPod and iPhone, and there's a lot that actually succeed in making the controls and the gameplay more fun. Next app that I have for you guys is Flight Control, and this is going to be the top selling app right now in the App Store, and I can definitely see why. It's very addicting gameplay, very simplistic gameplay, which is what I always look for in an application: simplistic, addicting, and cheap. So in the main menu you have your credits, tutorial, which is pretty simple. If you don't understand this application, then you can definitely go in there. Very simple. Your stats, which actually has quite a few. Your high score, your average score, your most recent score, most aircrafts on a screen at one time, and your total aircrafts landed. And most likely that you've crashed so far. My high score is 68. I was pretty psyched to get that. And then I saw a buddy had like 80, so that was kind of a downer. Hopefully you guys will be able to beat it. Anyway, go into play and I'll show you guys what this app is all about. I said what this Apple is all about. I was trying to say application. Anyway, you guys have this overview screenshot pretty much. It doesn't move. It's stationary completely throughout. And what you do is you have 2 runways and a landing pad. Runway 1, runway 2, and landing pad for the helicopters. Runway 1 over here only will land yellow helicopters. They're slower than the red ones, and they're also smaller. Runway 2, this one that I'm landing right now, all these strips, or this landing strip that I'm landing all these planes on right now, this is where you land the red helicopter. Here's the yellow one right here if you can see, so just drag it in. And helicopters, those come in really slowly. They're nice and blue, so they all color corresponds to their actual landing pad or landing runway. And it's pretty simple. You just click or touch, drag a path until it actually gets into the opening of the runway, and it pretty much will take that path. What you're trying to do is avoid crashing airplanes and helicopters, or just avoid crashing any object at all. If an object does get close, there's a helicopter as you guys see. If an object does get too close, it will start blinking red circles around it, and if they do actually tend to collide, then that's when your game is over. I'll try and collide one here. Maybe I can get a helicopter, or a plane to actually come out and hit this helicopter. Alright, so I'll drag one towards the helicopter, and we'll see if we can make them collide. Let's just do this, actually. Let's just watch right down here. Right in there, watch this. They'll all start blinking in a second. See, now they're all going to collide. And there we go. So now they start blinking, and we've now lost. Game over. Up at the top of the screen, you have your aircrafts landed for this mission, which I only got to 10, and then your high score, which is minus 68. Go back in. You can retry, go to menu, go back into retry, and it's just as simple as that, guys. It can be a problem, though, as you guys saw in my stats when I've had 13 planes on the screen at once. But definitely when you have so many and you're trying to direct them all to their different paths and you're looking at one while it looks like two are going to go crash over here, it's pretty tough gameplay and it's definitely addicting, which is the best part about it, and so simplistic as you guys see. It doesn't get any more complicated than this, and it seems like it could get really boring. But surprisingly, it doesn't. Usually I'll tell you if an app gets boring quickly. So far it hasn't. I've probably played through this 6 or 7 times, getting up to about 40 or 50 each time. And really, it's not too boring for me. I'm enjoying it really still as much as I did when I first started playing it. Definitely recommend to go out and get it, especially because it's only 99 cents. And they do claim that it is an introductory price, so... Pardon me. If you guys are going to consider buying this application, do it sooner than later because apparently they're going to be raising the price quite a bit pretty soon. So you're going to definitely want to go out and check this one out as soon as possible. That is called Flight Control, a 99-cent application download from the App Store, the top one currently. Alrighty guys, sorry I had to go get my microphone for this application. If you have an iPhone, you're set. If you do have an iPod Touch, you're going to have to get an external microphone. This is mine right here. This is called the Switch Easy ThumbTack. Links over in the sidebar if you want to go see a review of that. Anyway guys, my last and final application for this review is going to be called Lie Detector. There's quite a few apps like this out in the App Store, but surprisingly this is the only one that I've found so far that really works. In the main menu, you're first greeted with a few things you have to answer. Your gender, male, female, obviously. The first name of the person taking the test. We will do Bill. Return. How old the person is. 16. Only for 4 more days. What color hair does the person have? Now, all these questions seems pretty stupid. It seems like it's just trying to make official, trying to just mess with you. It's really actually nothing, really. No, this actually does come in handy. These are questions that they ask you later during the test to actually check your voice and how it actually works when it's calm and when you're actually asked the question about what you're trying to find out the truth about. So these questions do come in handy. Answer them correctly. Down here at the bottom, you have where you're actually supposed to enter your question that you're trying to see about if the person is lying about. So hold on a second, I'm going to go out. Alrighty guys, so I just actually typed in my question I'm going to be doing. The question is going to be, you can read it, is TIK the hottest guy on YouTube? So this is obviously true, of course. No, I'm just messing. So anyway, we're going to try it just to mess around with it. We'll click save down here, and what you do is you go through a few tests, it tells you that, and then you answer. First question is, are you a woman? No. No. Is your name Bill? Yes. Are you 25 years old? No. Do you have brown hair? Yes. Alrighty, so now I'm going to my actual question. Is TIK the hottest guy on YouTube? Yes. The person is lying. Oh my goodness gracious. This application is terrible. No, I'm just messing. So as you guys see, it's more of a fun application. It's completely wrong though because I am obviously the most attractive person in the world. Just joking, one more time. Anyway, so down here you have your frequency comparison, so it shows you how much the person is really lying and to what extent. Click the I over here. Oh, that's out of questions. Click the I over here. And this pretty much just tells you exactly what I just said, what the percent is about the person lying. And that's pretty much the entire application, guys. As you guys see, you can answer a question that you really want to. It's really more for entertainment purposes. Don't try and actually get someone to tell the massive truth out about this, about a huge dramatic situation. It's fun. It's fun to mess around with yourself. It's fun to mess around with friends. Definitely recommend to go check that one out. Once again, that's called Lie Detector. Guys, that's all I have for you guys in this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you later. See ya.